Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, great to be with you guys. Now this group will be one to watch today. Lots of chatter on social media leading up to this pairing. We have a rookie on tour who has set very specific goals for themselves, and their first one is to beat their playing partner this week.
Love it, Henny. This will make for an extra layer of excitement. It always adds a bit more drama to an event when we can follow a competition within a competition. Can't wait to see what happens in our featured group throughout this tournament. This shot here from about 240 yards. Opting for the 3-wood. This one might need to get down a little. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Looking great now.
What a putt to make. Well done.
Cannot imagine a better way to start their round off with an opening eagle.
Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
Opening eagle.
At -2, going along nicely today. Well, they'll be looking to use that momentum they generated on the last with an eagle. Well, this should find the short grass. Second shot on the second. Oh, that one's straight at the pipe.
What an amazing approach shot. I think their rival, Harold Varner III, has a worthy competitor this week.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And back to the course with the live action. 3 feet to go here to the hole. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And after that hole, they're currently in a tie for the lead with Bubba Watson. One of our on-course reporters, John McCarthy, has been out surveying the scene here in preparation for today's broadcast. John, what are some of the things the players will be looking out for today at Craggy Heights?
Well, Luke, I think one of the first things the players are going to be looking at is really, literally, the shapes of these fairways. They are laid out in a way that often there are little pockets of fairway that the players can hit to. And if they do end up safe, they can really open up options on their approach shots. But they're going to have to be confident in their swing to reap those rewards. Another thing to watch for are holes like the 5th, where the fairway narrows significantly the further out you hit your tee shot. There's also holes like the par 4 17th, where you can drive the green, yes, but there is a lot of danger in the form of water and sand around the green to contend with. So it's very much a risk-reward course. Can't wait to just sit back and watch how these professionals take this course on. Should be a fun week here at Craggy Heights.
This putt is about 8 feet.
This is their look at birdie.
This one's looking good. Oh, what a start. This is impressive.
That sets a positive tone for the player, doesn't it?
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by 3 strokes. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 5. Well, Rich, this player's certainly looking sharp out there on the course after signing with a new apparel company, it appears.
Look good, feel good, play good, I say, Luke. I say clothes make the man, clothes make the woman, clothes make the player in this instance. I think it's always a refreshing change when you go to a new apparel company, because I think it just gives you a sense of giddiness, like it's something brand new and you take it out for a spin. I always like getting, new clothing, new apparel to wear out there on the golf course. I don't know, it just kind of invigorated me. Gave me some energy. It made me feel, bigger and taller and faster and stronger. It didn't. I know that for a fact, but you know what? I liked it. It felt good to be out there in brand new clothing.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here. This player's got some lovely momentum coming off a birdie at the last. The history of golf has been littered with some great characters for the modern game. Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind, with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
Well played, mate. Second shot here on the 7th. Oh, almost went in. Chance to move to 8 under here. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? 6 feet remaining to the cup. It's got a chance. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. He sits in first position. Here we find ourselves at the dramatic 8th hole at Craggy Heights, a par 3 playing 198 yards from the back tees.
Look, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. Let's head to this lengthy par 4.
Nice birdie at the last. Let's see what they can produce here.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Second shot here on the 9th hole. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Well, that'll be one of the shots of the day, that's for sure. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Birdied their last hole.
Looking really good.
That did everything but drop. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Looking good. And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
Pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
Let's return to live play now. And from the bunker here. Ooh. And how about the concentration to pull that shot off? And if this can go down, he'll save par. This one started out on a good line. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Here we are in front of a par 3. Choosing the 9-iron here. Unbelievable.
Yahtzee, hole in one. Mark it down on the card, baby.
Well, that's certainly worth another look.
I mean, what can you say about a shot like this? This was absolute perfection.
Hole in one.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So I might need to set. Handy effort, that one. Okay, let's get back to the action. Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage. Oh, Rich loves standing on this 12th tee here, a par 5. You're always thinking birdie or perhaps better. Take us through it.
At 555 yards, Luke, there still is a decision to be made off the tee for these players. Do they challenge the fairway bunker, but also bring in the water down the right-hand side, or do they just go ahead and lay it up to the left and make it a 3-shotter? The bold players are going to knock it down to a sliver of an opening, and from there, they're going to be able to go for it. Second shot playing a little bit downhill. A little pond over on the left-hand side can be a little bit nuisance, but all in all, it's a pretty simple, straightforward par 5. Birdies are in order.
Nicely done.
Second shot here on the 12th. That's a good-looking shot there. And here we are with the third shot. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Trying to move to 12 under par with this putt.
Little birdie look in here.
Okay, steady now. And this one is for his par. It's on a good line. For the par. Leading by a whopping 7 shots after that one. Time to face a par 4 now. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Yeah, this is sitting up nicely. It's not going to cause any troubles. Nice out the rough here.
Yeah, nicely played. 16 feet to the cup. Like the look of this one. A bit long on that one. This is a par putt. I don't mind the look of this. There it is. And now that finds him in first place. Let's see what happens here at the 14th.
Awesome stuff.
This one from about 160 yards out. And choosing the 8-iron here. That's a pretty handy shot. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. That was a beauty.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Oh, what a super shot.
Oh, that's going to add a little fuel to the fire of this group rivalry, guys. Massive putt.
Putting for birdie. Nice stroke. Oh, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. Going with the 6-iron here. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Ouch, that hurts. An opportunity to make their par. That putt drops, and now 12 under par, heading down the stretch.
And nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
Wow, that was just striped. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
Man, people usually don't go that far on vacation. What a drive.
Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
This really looks good.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out. What kind of rhythm is that? It must be tough falling out of bed every day with a rhythm like that.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Okay, time to return to the action. Second shot here on the 17th. This putt here to get to 14 under the card.
Looking for another birdie here. Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. And they be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there. Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader.
That drive was simply astonishing.
And tidy looking shot, that one. Oh, what a shot that was. Right at it. A nice approach shot there. Pin high inside the range.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like.
Ladies and gentlemen, they've just won their first ever PGA Tour event. Rich, what do you think's going through their mind right now?
nothing. They're confused about everything right now. I tell you, you win and you can't believe it just happened. You really just have no idea. You're shocked. It's a great feeling.
And Rich, mark that down as one of the outstanding wins we'll see this season.
It's always impressive when you see a player outshine their fellow competitors, because all of these players are really good, but this player made everybody in the field look very, very average. So good was their performance.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
So it appears this player's target is to beat Ricky Fowler this week. That should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Yeah, Ricky Fowler sounds like he's up for the challenge. On social media, he's been talking about this rivalry. Is Ricky ever not up for the challenge, though? He'll smile as he's beating you, that's for sure.
Yes, likes to kill him with kindness, does our Ricky. He is a wonderful fella on and off the course. And with a renewed confidence in his game, the new father's looking to shine here. This will be a tough challenge for our rivalry. He finds himself in a share of the lead. Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler? And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Well, that's huge momentum they're bringing to this hole. Coming off the eagle. Time to hit another good drive. Yeah, that one will play. Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Yeah, that was a safe play. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Ooh, right by the hole. It's just about 3 feet away. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, and that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Opting for the 6 iron. Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here.
Fought against the wind to stick that one.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Oh, good look at a birdie here. Not a bad line, this. Fair effort, that. Good birdie. And that will take him to 3 under. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Here we are at the 5th hole.
Look, coming off a birdie at the last hole, this player finally is making something happen. Looking forward to the next hole, but danger lurks if they're not careful.
And tee shot looks pretty good. Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Ricky Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person. But I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there's a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Ricky Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has. And whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging, he's affable, he looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
Well, this one looks to be heading down the runway. Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour, because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes, and it seems so in this case.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Leading by a shot after that hole. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole. Looks like this one's going to the beach. Well, let's see how this shot goes from the fairway bunker. Getting ready to play their third. Currently in the lead by a shot. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
A chance to save the par if he can make this one. Ooh. Good putters will make these. Right on 5 feet. Oh, nice looking putt. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. He's currently tied for first. Oh, I always love these holes. Here we have a par 3. Opting for the 5-wood. No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Ooh, that almost went down. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
This one's 13 feet from the cup. Now this one, this is important. This for par.
Oh, so close. Just a 4-footer remaining. And that's a couple of bogeys on the bounce, I'm afraid.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
And this shot from the bunker. Put some good distance on that one. And here we are with the third shot. Just a stroke behind the leader. Oh, that one's bouncing around in the branches. Far from ideal. Sitting at 1 under the card. Tied for second place. Time for the 5th shot. 1 stroke off the lead. Here's their 6th shot. Only 1 shot off the pace. Time for their 7th shot. Just 1 stroke off the lead. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And this one's for quadruple bogey. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Oh, I'm interested in my buddy Beamer's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Second shot here at the 10th. Henny, how bad is this lie?
Oh, this is sitting pretty. I might have to check to see if they teed this up. It's so nice.
Nicely done. This putt, a chance to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. Well, that's too bad. Par putt coming up here. Nice line. Oh, that's a clutch par. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Here's Ricky Fowler. Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Next up is this 2-shot hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Look like this one's heading to the beach. It's a chance for a good shot here from the fairway bunker. Okay, so that's step 1, but now going to hold a mid-range putt. This one's for birdie. Oh, just missed. And well holed. Let's move on. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Sitting at 3 over for the day.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Now teeing off on the 12th hole. Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
Going for less club here.
That was wonderfully done. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now. Moments like that deserve another look.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
sitting at a couple over for the day.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Well, 13th. It's unlucky for some, Rich. Couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today.
Not really what they were hoping for there.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, he's looking at maybe a little over 130 to the pin. Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
This putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. That's disappointing. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Good looking putt. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view, bailing out to the left in the bunker. Not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flagstick.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings.
They've decided to club up.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Tracking. Oh, terrific. What an effort. I will take that also into the top 5 now. Currently at +1 for the tournament.
Well, now things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
Lovely effort that. From around 220 yards. Just one shot back now. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. Well, it's fair to say that fortune favours the brave, Rich.
Yes, it does. And being just one shot back, things are getting interesting.
Well, it'd be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. And this putt to move into second spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it.
With 3 holes to go, it's a good position to be in.
So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card. On the tee of a par 3. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Needs to make a move soon. That's nicely done. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And back to the play, shall we? Should find the green. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
One of the good guys out there, Luke. I am hoping for this one to fall.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. Now on the tee of a long par 4. Oh, that is a thing of beauty. Well, Rich, this player's certainly making moves up the leaderboard, aren't they?
Absolutely nice push on this final round. Still needs to keep the foot on the gas, continue making birdies if they have any hope of winning.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th, and sets up another putt inside birdie range. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard.
And if he should make it, tied going into the final hole.
Just didn't drop. Putting for par. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par.
And that would have tied the lead for this player. Disappointing to say the least.
And as this player tees off on their final hole, they're one shot off the lead. Good shot there. It's a fairway finder for sure. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Well, I wouldn't mind hitting the shot, but I wouldn't fancy the walk up here. This is quite uphill.
That's tidy. And this putt for a final score of 71. It was on a good line. And that should secure the par on this one. And that will do it for him at this event. Well, Rich, after coming so close to going back-to-back, you just wonder the way they finished. Maybe the occasion just got a little bit too much for them.
Luke, this player did everything to seal back-to-back wins on the PGA Tour. Unfortunately, coming up just a touch short. Still 2 awesome weeks.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.
I drive past this course every day.
UK Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba, every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Starting the round at even par.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
He's currently tied for 9th. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take 1 club less into this green as it will release down the slope. Opting for the 9-iron.
They've chosen to club down here.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup. Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. The third hole at TPC Summerland is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, Balata golf balls, and blades, and I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. That should find the surface. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Come on, ball. Come on.
Well, that should limit the damage. Nicely done. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. He's currently in a share of top spot. The fifth at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole, ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. Going with the 6-iron here. Oh, that one's absolutely stiff. Big time play, that one, Beamer.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Yep, well done. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. Going with the pitching wedge here. Oh, this would be handy if it could bounce right.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet. Hey, that's a chance. And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. well done. Time for the second shot here at the 7th. Okay, that'll work. A chance to move to 5 under par.
Little birdie look in here.
Okay, steady now. And down it goes. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
He's currently sitting in first place. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. Going with the 5-wood.
Oh, this needs a little right turn, Clyde.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. That is hunting for the hole. You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. Going with a 3-wood here. I know it hasn't come up exactly how they imagine in their mind, Rich, but you've got to like that play.
One of the rare misses for this player today, Luke. They've been hitting a lot of greens today.
That's a high-quality recovery shot.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
Yeah, this is a quality-looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. Time for the second shot at the 10th. This is one of those great ball-striking displays. Fairways and greens. A pleasure to watch.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Leading by 4 strokes after that one. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green.
Lovely, lovely rhythm.
As we test ourselves here in the closing 9 at TPC Summerlin, what's the second shot into 11 like?
It's a very unfriendly second shot. This green sits above the fairway a good 4 to 5 feet. If you hit it long, you've got no hope of getting it up and down. A very scary shot, to say the least. If you walk away from a par here, happy days.
That was a gallant attempt. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Still in the lead now after that hole. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4. 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. That's a tad wayward, not quite finding the surface.
A bit short with that effort.
Getting ready to play their third. Okay, time to return to the action. And here we are with the third shot. Very crafty, that shot.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Our leader is up by 4 shots now. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you're giving yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Ouch, that hurts. Terrific shot. Almost an eagle. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And that will take him to 7 under. This is their 5th shot. Wow, what a save. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3 playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt. Outstanding shot, high quality.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
And that's 8 birdies today. And that will take him to 8 under. He sits in first position. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough. Getting ready to play their third. And a par putt awaits him.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Even for the day. Currently tied for 7th position. Let's take a look at the current standings. Now 6 shots in front after that hole.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. The 16th hole at TPC Summerlin is the final par 5 on the course, Rich, and one the players can reach in 2.
Obviously, no hope leaving it short with your second shot in the water at 16. So most players bailing out, hitting it just over this green. If they draw a decent lie, they can chip it close, make birdie. However, not so easy. There's a couple of low areas and greenside bunkers to deal with long of this green.
opting for the 5-wood. Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. This putt to get to 10 under par.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet. Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Opting for the 6-iron. A wonderful shot here at the 17th and a chance for birdie. This putt is of 9 feet.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, so close. And that should secure the par on this one. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Sitting at +1 in a share of 10th position. Oh, yes! What a shot!
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage. The 18th at TPC Summerlin is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Rich, take me through the final approach here at TPC Summerlin.
This green is very long and yet very narrow. It is tough to get the judgment with your second shot spot on pin high-wise. However, there's still chances to make a birdie should you need one to win the tournament.
All right, let's keep the focus here. This is to win the event. Ooh, right by the hole. All right, one down. Let's see if they can take the next opportunity to close out the win. Well, it's fair to say that this player ran the tables this week, Rich, and came up trumps in Las Vegas. Look at your Shriners Children's Open winner.
And nobody on the PGA Tour will be shining quite as brightly as this player the rest of the evening here in Las Vegas.
That is that, I guess. Thanks for tuning in.
And Henny, that was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that caliber and to win the event, what a performance.
Yes, Luke, no